Hey, there, you. Hi, are you sick of talking about football on social media platforms like Twitter? Well, come over and join our Discord. Club Legend subscribers on Redmen Plus gain exclusive access. We're in there chatting about the Reds, a gang of wonderful sound people. There's a no knobheads policy, so you can have a much more fun, engaging, and just generally enjoyable experience chatting about Liverpool Football Club. RedmenPlus.com, Club Legend subscribers, get in the Discord.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is player ratings time. It's Liverpool 9, Bournemouth 0, nothing, nil point. It's the player ratings time. This will be very easy for me just to go, let's give everyone a 10 and then just move on to the instant match reaction. But I'm not going to do that because people have opinions, thoughts. It's nice to interact with you. So you give me your thoughts. I'm going to go through each player one by one. When I do that player in the comments, just give me a rating out of 10 that you give them. Maybe some comments to go alongside that so we can have a little chat and read the comments and have a discussion about that player. We'll also be doing the vote for the player ratings as well. I think it's vote !space followed by the number of the player on the shirt as well. So get involved in that. It should be on the screen somewhere around here. But just for the player, you don't need to do the vote ! Just for the individual player, just give me a number and a comment. I want to give a shout out to Jordan Zakarin, who joined as a first team member, and then within seconds upgraded to a Wonder Kid. You will get the final word on Monday. We could talk for a whole hour about this game, so you get a final word every week, which is pretty cool. Sound, I'm going to go with Alisson Becker, probably the hardest person to mark in the whole game because he had relatively nothing to do. What I will say about Alisson Becker is, one, I think it's majorly important for his confidence that he's kept a clean sheet. I think we were starting to get towards 4, 5, 6, beyond that, nil. I think the priority for me was to keep a clean sheet. At all costs, keep a clean sheet because mentally, psychologically, they can be massive going forwards. The other thing that I'd say about Alisson Becker is I want to talk about his distribution, not in terms of where he was putting the ball, but the thought process behind that. So again, even at 4-0, 5-0, whatever, the times we did have to come out and collect the ball, it was quickly, let's go again. Let's go again. He kept the speed and intensity up that set the precedent for the rest of the team, which is what I wanted to see throughout the whole game. Donut says clean sheet equals 8. Ty Marshall says Alisson is a 10. Keep your votes coming. Crosscourt Tennis says Ross, you're a beautiful man. Thank you very much. Joe's just said something very, very similar, so everyone's obviously quite happy that we won a game of football. Hey, I might take the credit for that. That's completely fine. Again, don't put exclamation mark, vote space, and then the number for the individual player. Just give me that. That's for the that is for the man of the match. And so vote 8 will be Navigator, who isn't playing. So don't do that. Will be great. Again, clean sheet 8. Dickie Oyred says Ali 10 clean sheet plus the beard. Yeah, why not? I'm not gonna argue with you. Beautiful man, beautiful clean sheet 10. Andrew Robertson. There was cause actually for Tsimikas to get a chance before this game, and my argument was maybe Robertson plays this, maybe doesn't play Newcastle on Wednesday, but then plays a derby the following week. There's a number of people on recent form that could have been dropped or rotated or whatever you want to call it, but Robertson wasn't one of them. His nickname, or my nickname that I give to him, not to his face, but just in general, is Relentless Robber because he just doesn't stop. I think if anyone's got a bit of credit, I think over the past week or so, I think it's him, Harvey Elliott were probably the only two. I don't think he did anything wrong, particularly against Manchester United. Obviously, you're looking for people to step up and do a bit more. But his link-up play with Luis Diaz, who we'll come on to later on, obviously, as we work our way through, I think it's just exceptional. I think the point where he just realises that Bournemouth aren't really trying, I think also helps his game because he doesn't have to get back as much. You can say the same for Trent as well. But when everyone else is in this half of the field, and then you've got your centre-backs pushing up, and I think it was quite a long period of time where Virgil and Gomez were also in that half. He's allowed to be free a little bit more. He can do the little give and goes with Diaz, and I just think his relentlessness, persistent pressure, intensity, everything we love about Andy Robertson was on display for us all to see. Robbo 9, brilliant offensively and defensively. That's the only comment. Robertson and 9, sure. Craig says, 12 out of 10 for everyone. What a fucking performance. Firmino needs more respect. Klopp is the man. Then players can hold their head high. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Robbo, 7 great assists, especially his Van Dijk assist. Oh, actually, yeah, I had to take a screenshot of this. So Robertson does get the assist for Virgil van Dijk as well. Planted on his head as well. Bournemouth were a bit susceptible to, well, I was going to say set pieces, but I think they're a bit susceptible to everything today as the game went on. The signs, Robbo 9. Here's Football says Robbo, I would give an 8.5. Socialist Alexa says Trent Robertson are wing backs rather than full backs, which is box to box position. Yep, true. Dickie Red says 10. Yeah, sound. Give him a 10. I don't care. This is my last player ratings. Just do what you want. And actually, they're also numbers. So if you don't agree, don't be offended. It's just a number and a word. It's fine. Virgil van Dijk. Much better from him. I'm not particularly sure that it could have got much worse. Again, that goes for him and a number of other players. But obviously he gets a header. I just think that the whole game is massive in terms of people's confidence. I think even us at home actually have been a bit disappointed with what's gone on recently. No more so than these lads. So I think to pick themselves back up for lots of individual performance, I think it's been vitally important. Defensively, I don't think he had a lot to do. He seemed to be a bit more himself as well. Again, the intensity from back to front I thought was spot on from Liverpool. I understand it's only Bournemouth. One, you can only play what's in front of you, but hopefully this can be a platform for Liverpool to build on, which should have been Fulham, should have been Crystal Palace, should have been Manchester United. That's all we can ask of them now. It's just fine play like this, score headers from corners, love all that, but carry on and do the same again. The Sign Singe says, Van Dijk 8, not much to do but a goal. Van Dijk 9 or 9.5, yep, fair enough. Matt Thompson, Van Dijk 9.787, yep, sure, why not? Free Django says Van Dijk 9, I just feel like he has to build on this, which is fair enough. You can do it against Bournemouth, but needing to do it in the big games. Just said that. LSC Fanzone says Van Dijk 7, much better than last time. Let's just hope he carries on to be his old self. Sir Scotty 99 says Van Dijk 9, clean sheet, and he's our centre half. Dickie Oirad's just giving 10s to everyone at this point, which I'm not going to disagree with. Verge 10 back to his best and got a goal, which was nice. Dan Nugent says we needed this goal at home, total destruction. We needed the team to destroy, confidence builder. Yep, and Newcastle are up next, so hopefully we can do that as well. Van Dijk 9, 10, 8, 7, whatever you want to give him, fine with that as well. Joe Gomez as well. I thought, actually, defensively, I've had a pair of them, actually, when there was anything to snuff out from Bournemouth. I know they have had loads of support and loads of options, but there was 1 or 2 times where they did have good build-up of play, and it was only small, concentrated bits of possession, which they had, but these lads still need to be there to snuff it out, and it's great saying, yeah, 9-0, nothing to do, dead easy, but you still got to snuff that attack out, you still got to kill it dead, and importantly, you've then got to be on the front foot to kind of go again. So I thought both centre-backs did that. Again, there's not a lot to say on Joe Gomez. Yeah, someone's just said the clean lady gets 7.5. So, fine. Joe Gomez, perfectly good performance. Again, confidence builder for him, I think is really important. Gomez 7.5, yeah, fine. Ty Marshall, Gomez 8. Craig said, I was worried about Newcastle before the game today, but I've gotten more confident after the 9-0. I think we all have. We're all going to have a nice, lovely weekend, enjoy ourselves, sit back, watch some other teams play football, not have to wait till Monday night or a half-tell kick-off and you're going to watch everybody else. We won a game 5-0. Enjoy your weekend. Be happy. Enjoy Liverpool for who they are. Dickie, are you red? Shock, 10. Nice one. Free Django says 7.5. I just don't feel comfortable with him still. It's weird. Maybe he needs more time, but it's certainly a second tier compared to Matip and Konate. Yeah, I think he's got that build-up of his recovery and how much football he played last season was a lot different to Virgil van Dijk, and there's a reason why Virgil van Dijk we hold to a complete different pedestal, because he is that. Joe Gomez is still relatively young. I understand frustrations of injuries and stuff. I think he needs to build himself back up. He feels like a bit of a shy lad, but you know he's had really good performances and a really good partnership there. I would be interested to see Tim Sherwood's comments, who said that these two don't work as a centre-back partnership. So Tim Sherwood. Gomez 7, 8.5. 7, 8, yeah, that was me, yeah. Gomez, solid 8. Yep, let's give Gomez an 8. Why the bloody hell not? Trent Alexander-Arnold gets himself a lovely goal. Probably thinking, yeah, just have a shot. It's, what was it, 2-0 at that point maybe? Must let me go back to my reference checker. Yes, it was 2-0, and I was spot on. Just doing a check to see whether he got any assists. No, if you've got him in your fantasy football team, you will be very happy. If you've got Bobby Firmino, which I'm guessing a lot of people did, you should be even happier though if you did pick him. But again, it's about that confidence thing. It's about bombing forward. It's about having different options. And I'm basically just going to rinse and repeat what I said about Andy Robertson. By Liverpool having possession of the ball, not having to track back every 5 minutes or being out of possession, getting caught on counter attacks. Long balls weren't really coming over to the top, and when they did, he was in full control of the situation. There was a moment in the second half where Liverpool did lose the ball, and it was basically 1-on-1, and he just bombed back, passed to Alisson, game over. We kind of go again. So I think in terms of his goal was sensational, and again, these little give and goes between him, Fabinho, Elliott, Henderson, Salah, everyone kind of getting in the mix. Diaz was coming over to the right-hand side at times as well. Just thought exceptional performance from everybody there as well. MN11 says 9, sensational. His passing is elite, and he's got an eye for goal now. Trent 8, Trent 10. Trent looked ice cold all game, to be honest. Trent attitude 10. Trent attitude 10. Trent today 9. This is what I asked for at the start of the watch long. Is what I actually asked for at the start of the watch long for Manchester United. I want Liverpool to be intense. I want Liverpool to be ruthless. I want Liverpool just to go, nah, that's our ball, mate. You're not playing football today. It's all about us. So, yeah, hopefully, same again on Wednesday night. Here's Football says Trent 10, what a goal. And the own goal was his cross as well. Very good point. Didn't have much to do defensively. Yeah, again, the amount of balls that were whipped in from Trent Alexander-Arnold were just ridiculous, and Bournemouth couldn't cope with that or anything else that we threw at them today. Trent faultless. Yeah. Sound. Let's give him a 10 as well then. This might be the best player rating show that I've ever done. But we actually, yeah, why not? Fabinho back in the DM, obviously dropped or rotated or whatever you want to call it against Manchester United. Just doing what he does best. Again, just sniffing out any scent of an attack. But I even like the whole midfield. I've said this loads of times, the whole midfield three has to work together. When midfield three doesn't work together, things seem to fall apart. And James Milner was everywhere against Manchester United, which is great, but you still got to have some sort of stability and to stop things. I think going back to our intensity, not just from Fabinho, not just from our midfield, but pretty much everyone on the pitch, including the attackers, the defensive work rate of what we saw today, hunting in packs, the Liverpool that we love to watch. We saw it against Manchester City in the Charity Shield. We saw it so many times last season. As soon as we lose possession of the ball, 1, 2, 3, 4 players all go round, win the ball back, get the ball. Fabinho stops, turns now, that gives it to one of the full-backs or centre-backs, or gets us on the front foot and goes. And leading the press when you need to win the ball as well, having those triggers, knowing when you're supposed to go. Liverpool were all over that today, including Fabinho. So good to see him back at his best. And again, I will repeat it. That's great against Bournemouth. Keep going. Keep going against Newcastle. Keep going against Everton. Keep going against Napoli. And we'll all be very happy people. A Liverpoolian POV says Fab 8, Fab 9.5. The Saintin says Fabinho 8.5. Looked much better today. Very good cover as usual from Fab, but especially great ball retention today. Yeah, Fabinho 9.5. Don't know why he didn't start against United. Our best DM by a country mile. Yeah, that's exactly why we bought Fabinho, and he is arguably one of the best in the Premier League, if not the world, but certainly ours as well. But I think there's a number of people, as I said before, that could have been dropped or rotated against Manchester United, but don't have a lot of options, as you can see from the substitutes bench. Here's Football says Fabinho 8.5, plays like a holding mid. Shudham was very secure with his defending, and also his passing was very good. Let's give Fabinho a 9. LC Fanzone, do you still think we should sign a midfielder? Yes, I've said it all summer. We should do exactly that. Let's go for Jordan Henderson. I think some people might have to give him a higher rating than he has got in the past couple of weeks. Again, I mentioned before about the whole midfield three working together as well. Jordan Henderson at times was also going into beyond what his position in the midfield, but also what a number 8 should technically do. When Bobby goes to the press, Jordan Henderson's second to follow in there. Then someone else goes, and all these pressure points and trigger points that you need to win the ball back. That's what I associate Jordan Henderson with. Now, he might only suit certain teams and certain styles of football that we play against, but today I think that's where you see Jordan Henderson at his best. again, similar to Andy Robertson on the left hand of midfield, just relentless. Again, link up play with Robbo, give him goes, little 1-2s, Diaz coming in, overlapping, underlapping, just being everywhere on the pitch. That's what I like about Jordan Henderson. Like, I know he divides opinion, a lot of people don't like him, and I agree with a lot of people. I don't think his performances of late, maybe even towards the back end of the season, have been great, but I don't think anyone has at the start of the season, so I'm going to chuck him in there as well. But I also think you should give credit where credit's due and actually give him some praise when he does play well. Loads of people saying Henderson 8, 7.5, 9-0. Oh my word, yeah. Alice in that game was having the time of his life. I'm guessing that's supposed to say at the end there. Yep. Jordan 8, he was very good when he gets on the ball. Jordan Henderson okay, coming round, but we'll be lacking in legs in hard weeks without an extra signing. Still okay, but an 8. Yeah, that's completely fair. Dickie Red, Henderson skipper, led by example, worked well with Fab and Harvey and Robbo, and of course you've given him a 10 there. Started well with some class passes, but then got a bit sloppy, pulled it back in the end though. Yeah, I think the consensus there in the chat is an 8, so we'll give him an 8. Yeah. Someone says, why don't they write the ratings on the names now? Just, Chris doesn't do it, I don't do it. We're talking through it because some people decide to grab it because it's your votes, no context, and then cry about it on the internet is the other reason. So be arsed with that. Front three, where shall we start? Let's start with Mohamed Salah, because then we can finish on an even higher high. There's been a few people saying Mohamed Salah didn't score a goal, and obviously banter of like, oh, get rid of him, blah blah blah. One, he should have had a goal. The ball's crossed into the far post, and Christ knows how he missed that. I have no idea. You bought your house, your children, your wife, whatever you own, on Mohamed Salah scoring from 2 yards out, and he missed that one. He had another half volley in the first half, which kind of was saved by the goalkeeper. He was getting his leg over it. It was a really good, powerful shot. There was another one in the second half where I think he's either leaning back or he's trying to put too much power and not so much precision in it, and he goes over the bar. So we could be sat here at 12-0. It feels mad to say that Liverpool won a game by 9-0. Mohamed Salah hasn't scored, but it's not for the want of trying. It's not for the want of his graft and his hard work. Particularly for the first 2 goals, he picks the ball up, cuts inside, and then he's the assist before the assist, if that makes sense, for those goals. So he's cut inside. Instead of having shots that we've seen for the past few weeks of, fuck it, I'll try it and bend it into the top corner or whatever, or knocking it back to Trent or whatever else, it's cutting inside, finding an option, which is Bobby Firmino quite a few times, or Harvey Elliott, or extra runners from midfield. So I think, when you see goals and assists, and Mohamed Salah's not on there, you might go, oh, he was a bit crap, but actually for me, he wasn't. Okay. Comments don't agree with me. Salah 6. Young Metro Jokerman said had a large impact but didn't score. 7 to 8. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Got into good positions and was threatening but poor finishing. Yep, 7. That's fair enough. Salah not effective but not poor. 7 ? Dickie Red Mo did try for his goal. Linked well. 9.99, which is rounded up to 10. Ross. Yep, okay, fair enough. Dickie Red just giving everyone a 10. Gomez 7 is harsh. I don't think we gave Gomez a 7, did we? Salah 7, you can't give him a bad rating, but he did miss 2 sitters, but overall very good on the ball. Yeah, I think if we're sat here at 0-0 or a draw, or we lost the game and Salah's missed those sitters, we're probably being a bit more critical. Maybe we're overlooking those chances because we just scored 9 goals. I'm in a happy mood. You should be in a happy mood, so I'm not going to be too critical on him today. And maybe, just maybe, he's thought, I'll just save these for Newcastle and Napoli and Everton and all that kind of stuff. So Salah's a lot of 7s. So yeah, we'll give Salah a 7. I would give him more. But yeah, they're like those 2 sitters. We still got to be critical. Yeah, sound. Roberto Firmino, man of the match for me. A man who's come under so much criticism from, I don't know, our fans or the fans, and I understand the frustration with Roberto Firmino, particularly in that game against Manchester United. He was literally where James Milner should have been. Part of the reason why James Milner was trying to do too much, but he just wants to get involved in the game. That is Bobby Firmino at his absolute best for me. When he is dropping deep, he's got the time and the space to do give and goes, little turns, little flicks, little tricks. He gets the first assist for Luis Diaz, a kind of nice little dink. Bournemouth have got 4 or 5 players that are inside the box. He just, a little dink, picks it out, puts it on Diaz's head. Great header from Luis Diaz into the far corner. Exceptional. The second one, he does get the assist, but he's trying to drop the shoulder, and it's a bit of a poor touch, and then Harvey Elliott goes, yeah, it's all right, I'll just shove it over there. But he gets an assist for that as well. He obviously gets himself on the score sheet as well. His ball's whipped into the box. It takes a wicked deflection, but he's still got to be there. You've got to be on it. You've got to read it. You've got to want to score, and he does by launching himself at the ball. So for me, I can't see any reason off nothing but a 10 for Roberto Firmino today, unless you want to go higher than the 10, which is breaking the rules. But, you know, rules are being made to be broken. 11 hoppers, Bobby needs a 12. There you go. Prime example, Chris Williams, Bobby 20. Okay, sound. Bobby 10 for sure. Did I do Elliott? Did I miss Harvey Elliott? I missed Harvey Elliott. We'll come back to Harvey Elliott in a minute. Well spotted, just testing you. Bobby 15 did things, goals, assists, smiles, positive vibe from on number 9. Bobby's assist, first assist, Lou Diaz was a thing of beauty. Bobby, aka the no-look king, 10, best player on the pitch from the first 35 minutes of the game. Absolute scenes when he's allowed to go forward. Glad Klopp told him to go further up. That was the massive change that was needed. Get Bobby 10, 15 yards up the pitch. The whole team moves 10, 15 yards up the pitch. Bobby 10, yeah, Bobby gets a 10. Bobby 5 billion, right? If you can beat 5 billion, go for it. I'll go back to Harvey Elliott because I forgot him. Sorry. Again, one person for me who got come out of Manchester United with any credit. But there again, gets his first Premier League goal for Liverpool. I think that is. He scored against Cardiff, which is a cup game. So yeah, Harvey Elliott again. This is some of the things that we probably would have seen last season. I know he starts Chelsea at home and a couple of other games, and obviously the Leeds game in which he gets injured. But you know, maybe we would have seen more from Harvey last season had he not been injured. But I just love the fact that he backs himself so much. I love his confidence, and it's not arrogance, it's confidence. Manchester United, he was probably quiet for the first 55, 60 minutes, but we changed some things in midfield, and again his link-up play with Mohamed Salah, popping up in the right spots, finding little pockets of space, being a nuisance, running it behind, distracting defenders, creating space for Bobby Firmino and Mohamed Salah, reading what Mohamed Salah is going to do. Okay, Salah's on the ball, he's going to cut inside, I'll go for the overlap. Okay, he's not, I'll just make myself available. Be able to read that thing where Bobby Firmino does have that poor touch and then goes, I'm just going to take it off him, I'm ready, I'll back myself to put it in that corner, and it was an amazing goal for Harvey Elliott. So yeah, Harvey gets a nice little rating from you guys as well. Harvey 8, Harvey was good, 9 or 9.5. 9.5, central to so much we did, and his goal was fantastic. Harvey 10, obviously, was energetic, getting much better each game. Great goal, good link up, good movement, 8.5. Elliott Carvalho, ever start, it's going to be a good day. I said Carvalho and Elliott to start that game, but yeah, they did all right. Elliott 8.5, what a talent he gets forward so well and doesn't need to worry in defence because Fabinho is a centre defensive midfielder. When Salah gets on the ball, he's always on the overlap. 9, right, yep, let's give him a 9. Harvey's maturing into an amazing player. He has the world class. He has the world as his oyster, right? Cool. And then Luis Diaz, like, another one, just a complete 10 out of 10 for me. First goal, great header, far corner. Relentless, doesn't give up. The amount of times where you thought he was going to lose the ball, he ends up doing some sort of magic, shitty breakdance on the floor, and he pops up and then he's still got the ball. A constant goal threat. A lot of people said they want to see him a lot more on the ball, be a bit more confident in front of the goal, get some more shots away. I thought he was everywhere today, and again, those moments where Liverpool did lose the ball, he was even in central midfield positions, winning the ball back, you know, trying to support Jordan Henderson or Fabinho or whoever it was in winning the ball back for Liverpool, then turn around straight away and going on the front foot. So Diaz 10, yeah. 10 for Luis, Diaz 10, 8.5. Harvey's better than Foden this season. Yeah, probably. Not heard much from Foden just yet. Diaz 10, Diaz 100%, 11. Diaz 10, looks good on the left, scores, owns the ball. What time did Bournemouth kick off? Every 5 minutes. From Eggy Fogg there. I thought I'd get the answer in. Every 10 minutes she went for. Okay. It was probably a bit more accurate than what I said. Oh, yeah, every 10 minutes. Yeah, 9 goals. Yeah, cool. Maths. Okay, sound. All the things remain the same. Bobby is our man of the match, 10 out of 10. Okay, we'll come to the man of the match in a second. Elliott has more goals than Grealish. Yep, fine. Yeah, everything just worked so well for Liverpool today. I don't think I've got a lot to say on most of the substitutes. One person that I probably will come on. In fact, Bajetti's was really good actually when he came on. He's been thrust into a pressured situation, which feels mad to say when I think we were 8-0 up at that point, maybe 7 or 8-0. But you're playing at home to Anfield probably when you don't expect to play, because let's face it, if Kate is fit, if Jones is fit, if Ox is fit, if Thiago's fit, whatever else, he probably doesn't come onto the pitch. So I think he deserves a bit of credit in the bank for, you know, having the balls, the confidence to come back himself and be part and not be shy or lose his head in that sense as well. So fair play to him. Milner's just doing Milner things. Costas gets himself an assist for the last goal. Yes, he does, for Luis Diaz for that goal as well. So yeah, I want to see a bit more from Costas. Again, there's loads of calls for Costas to start this game. He doesn't. I think he might start against Newcastle, or maybe we'll just keep using him as a substitute to make sure that Robbo is fresh as possible for the games that are coming up. Clark, great, same as Bajcetic actually. Again, young lad thrust into an unknown situation, which is good. And then Carvalho, I think I'm going to give Carvalho a decent rating as well. So let me know what you think of Carvalho. A couple of people have as well. Oh, 2 assists from Kostas Tsimikas. Sorry, apologies. Let's read some of those comments out first. 2 assists in 5 minutes. Kostas 2 assists, great going forward. I'd say 9 with a little time that he had. Yep, I find that's fair enough. Carvalho, his goal was sensational. Actually, that's the other Tsimikas assist, isn't it? Yeah, ball's whipped over. Kostas flicks it down with his foot. Doesn't touch the floor. Carvalho just goes, fuck off, have some of that. I love the fact that he was backing himself. He was, like, even at 9-0, it was, I want to win that ball. Like, Liverpool could have taken the foot off the gas as a whole, but even him, like, you know, he got himself into the wars a few times. Actually, he was down at one point, injured, but like he's getting himself in the mix. He's being aggressive, and I love that. That's exactly what I wanted to see from him. Dickie O'Red says 10 for all the subs for actually coming on. 5 subs used, amazing. Fabio scoring was boss. Carvalho 9. Fab Carvalho 9, brilliant goal to end it. 9 for that beast of a goal. Tsimikas 8, Bajcetic 7, Millie 7, Carvalho 8, Clark 100. Yep, sound. Let's do that. Bournemouth, with all due respect, totally useless side. Yes, Bournemouth are crap, and it is important to kind of have some sort of perspective on that and kind of realise who you are playing. Obviously, Scott Parker's crappy cardigan, but you can only play what's in front of you, and this game is only important if Liverpool continue to build on what they've done. So we use this, all these lads are full of confidence, the mood has completely changed, we go and get that midfielder, our moods have all changed, we go again, we get another 3 points against Newcastle, we need to go on a decent run. That's all this will count for, and it's great winning 1-0, but you can only play what's in front of you at the same time. And Dickie O'Red said Bournemouth get a 10. And the sign scene says, all the best, Ross, good luck, really enjoyed the insight and level-headedness you brought to Redmen TV. You'll never walk alone. Thank you so much. Me and Errol are going to go do the instant match reaction over on Redmen Plus now. It's a great time to subscribe. Loads of content coming out, and with 2 games a week, that means you get even more content. It's all available in video and podcast form. So we do final words for every game, we do build-up shows, we do Oppo previews, starting 11s, which you all see anyway. Journo Insight with Neil Jones every week, around a league show, a debate show. Honestly, there's hours and hours of content for the next 3 months. There's 2 games a week, so fill your boots. It's going to be absolute class. So me and Errol are going to do the instant match reaction. Then on Monday, we're going to do a full hour on the show, dissecting the whole game, talking about it. It's an hour, but I'm guessing it's going to be a bit longer than that as well. So yeah, thank you so much. And the man of the match is Firmino! Yeah, Firmino gets man of the match. Oh, I got a 9 as well. Yay! Thanks, Dickie O'Red. Firmino wins the man of the match with what percentage, Joe? 37%. A lot of good people out there today. So, yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Liverpool have beaten Bournemouth by 9-0. That was your player ratings and my player ratings, or whatever you want to call it. Good ratings for everybody. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to continue the conversation, then head over to Redmen Plus. Join as a club legend and get access to our Discord chat. It's got us in, and it's got loads of amazing like-minded Reds. There's a no-knob policy in there, so where you won't have that on social media, you will have it over on the Redmen Plus Discord. It's full of sound people. Come and join us.